Good afternoon and welcome to the shop. We are going to be processing 2 bears that we recently harvested. It was a little bit drizzly outside today, so we decided to set up in here.
And we've got a few different ways we're going to be preserving our meat. The bears were previously frozen. We've got them thawing out in the ice chests behind us. Black bear was a little bit smaller. It's thawing out first. We're starting with that one.
Front leg. No, it's back leg. All right, so we have a front arm and a back leg, and we are going to be getting all the meat off the bone, putting it aside, and this is going to be for ground burger meat. You don't want to grind that. That's like I mean, you can. It's just like a tendon. Now, Eric and I have tried black bear on several occasions, but we've never processed an entire bear, so we are excited to see how much meat we get in poundage from this one black bear. So in this tote, we have the back strap and some of the other meat that we got off the carcass previously. We're gonna combine everything and get a final weigh-in. So I really have no clue what it's gonna weigh, but I'm thinking under 50 pounds of meat.
2 pounds.
That's what I thought they were.
19. So 17 is 24. That's exactly 41 pounds of boned out meat from a small black bear, which is pretty good. We're gonna get started on the grizzly bear. We're expecting a little bit more meat from that one.
Do you know if the other one has this much fat? That is a lot of fat. I may take... This grizzly has a remarkable amount of fat. It is absolutely mind-blowing. When Eric and I were taking off the hide and quartering it out, we were both like astonished. I've never seen that much fat except for on steer or pigs. There was probably like 3/4 inch of fat all along the body and the back.
Oh my gosh, this guy has some fat on him. That is insane.
We are setting that aside, of course. And what I'm hoping to do with this last hindquarter is bone it out and set aside a nice chunk for a ham down the road. We'll see how that goes. All right, we got it done. That took some extreme finesse, and it's time to get the grinder out. This alone has to be close to 10 pounds.
34 pounds. 26, so that's 60 pounds minus 4, 56 pounds.
Room in the freezer.
Do you have like a zip tie or something to put this in?
can be smaller or bigger.
We're cutting in some pork fat with the black bear meat, and we've run all of it through. We're gonna do all the black bear as a burger and then some enchilada meat that we're gonna can. We're a little over 40 pounds on the black bear meat, and then we cut in a little under 10 pounds of the pork fat. Now we're gonna switch over to the fine plate. We'll run it through and get the finished product. We're keeping up some of this gorgeous grizzly meat for canning tomorrow. We've harvested some jalapenos for the cube meat that we're going to be canning. Yesterday, we didn't quite get all of the remaining grizzly bear meat ground. It was just like super fatty and I was having a hard time going through the grinder. So we have to finish that off as well. We're going to head over to the shop. A little bigger.
I'm not sure it's 4 gallons of meat.
Oh, this will definitely do 14.
Let's just see if some of them. I'm gonna do a mix so some of them won't get all the same herbs.
Sure. Yeah. That's how I like it. Decided to get some of our canning done first because it takes so long to can meat. You know, they have to come up to heat. They got to go for 90 minutes and then they have to come down to heat. It's like a few hour thing to do each batch. Unfortunately, we didn't get out here too early, so it's close to noon. We've got the cubed meat packed in these jars. We're doing a raw pack, so we're not going to add any liquid to these. The meat, as it's cooking in the pressure canner, will start to release juice, so you'll end up with like a broth in there. We have all kinds of good stuff in there with the meat. Salt and pepper, celery, jalapeno peppers, and a mixed variety of fresh herbs. Oh shoot, could have thrown some celery leaves in there, huh? Here you go. Are these all good? Mm-hmm. Can I take these, please?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Oh no, man down. There's a cube in the middle.
Turkey bag.
Come
on. Okay, this is not going anywhere. Goes in the freezer. Let's put this away. Put it in a bag. You got a scale and you can just...
I'll be honest, I'm gonna go for 1.5 pounds on these ones. I don't think I'll do, because I think the black bear we're gonna do burgers mainly. Whereas this, I want it mixed up like meatloaf and maybe like spaghetti.
Ooh, you're gonna make meat spaghetti.
What does that even mean, spaghetti meat?
Like meat sauce.
Coffee fine. They call it the dribble. The dribbler. Call me the dribbler. Okay, you'll find that humorous. Instead of dribble or dribbler, dribbler, go bluff.
Things are going pretty well out here today. We just got done with the meat that's gonna go in the freezer. We got a ton of these, about 1 pound packages, maybe a little bit over, of the black bear meat, and then we've got some bigger ones. These are the grizzly burger. Let's get these in the freezer and we'll start on our enchilada sauce.
Probably gonna leave the onions a little, what do you think? Chunky. We've got some immature onions for this sauce, and we are not gonna make a traditional red enchilada sauce. We wanna go more like a mole, darker type. So we have specific peppers set aside for that. We've got some herbs, we've got some seeds, nuts, spices, and of course some garlic. We've gotta get that all chopped up, and I think we're moving on to the peppers next. So weird how it says it's gonna be kind of crummy, but then it's actually been nicer. But do you remember the spring was the opposite? It was actually always worse. It kept saying we were gonna get nice weather, and then it was like not very nice.
Yeah, I'll take this.
Do you remember that? The whole month of May.
Oh, a lot of seeds in those ones, huh?
Can I put the ones that you're supposed to use a lot of, like right here?
Sure.
We've got quite the array of peppers going into this. Very exciting. And I think mulatto is one that I'm pretty excited to try, as well as the morita. And this is actually a ancho or poblano pepper, just harvested a lot later.
What's this one I'm doing right now called? This real smoky jalapeno?
Morita.
Morita. A lot of seeds.
See, this one doesn't smell as good as the pasilla, but it's apparently this is one that's supposed to be like
That one smells more like a pepper, like a dry pepper.
dirt, but good. It's weird how you can't exactly describe it.
A lot of them smell like raisins, like a sweet, dried.
And I don't really actually love raisins per se, but I guess I must if I like these.
And recipes are good, yeah.
Eric's got gloves on this time around because of an incident that happened last time.
Somehow my finger ended up my nose. I must have had an itch or something. And my nose burned for a couple hours, so yeah.
I can't believe you can actually utter those words that somehow.
Yeah, somehow.
Look at that one.
We don't know how. Oh, yeah. See, okay, those little ones are hard to do. The big ones are so much better. You just do them by hand. Okay. We are going to be toasting almost all of the ingredients that are going to go into our sauce. And the sauce pot here, we're going to start with about 1.5 quarts of some of our chicken stock.
Onions good?
Onions and garlic. Okay. And we'll keep going.
You gotta toast the herbs too.
Oh! Did you see that one?
I heard it.
Oh, well, that smells good. They add quite a bit of flavor. I think that's probably good for this, don't you think?
Yeah.
Medium low. I'm just gonna add salt to this. Yeah. Now we're gonna place a lid on the pot. We're gonna turn it off and let everything kind of rehydrate for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then we will blend. Whoa, that's good. Let's add a little bit of that chocolate bar too. Do you want to try that?
Sure.
It's got some heat. I got some heat.
That's a really pretty color.
It's good.
Oh gosh, it got me in the throat.
I'm gonna blend it more, and then we'll blend the rest, and then we'll mix it all together again. Final stir to incorporate everything, and we'll give it a taste test here, see where we're at. Man, that's some good sauce. We did add tomato sauce to this one. We didn't grow any last year, so we're just using some of this stuff from Costco. We did 3 cans. We did that because we wanted to add volume to this sauce. We wanted to have a little bit extra. Last year when we canned it, we both felt like we put the bunch in there, but once it canned in the pressure canner, there really wasn't a lot of like actual sauce in the jar, so we wanted more in there. Also, last time when we made the sauce, it was extremely hot when we just made it and we tried it, but as it cans and sits on the shelf, it completely mellows out. Look at that.
It's really good.
Definitely smoky. It's
definitely different than last
really good. You can taste the nuts and
I just want to go darker, like a raisin.
the seeds and everything. Grizzly bear. A meat castle. There's a little left in there.
Castle. Oh gosh, babe, it's heavy.
There she is. Oh, there she went.
I didn't want to get I didn't know if the ice chest was clean, so. Unison has been made. The merge is complete. What I'm gonna do is move this closer to you. So I need a wood cutting board. Man, I can't believe they're still hot. It's been well over an hour. They're that hot after. They smell very good. You see them, hon? You see how good they smell? Are you smelling them, maybe?
Oh, yes. Look at all that liquid.
That's what I said.
Oh my God, it covered them.
Yeah. If these don't work, the column, the whatever lid will change. There's these 3 in here don't have seals.
Well, there they go.
That's fine. A lot of fat, a lot of grease. Yum. What are you doing? For some reason, it sounds like pressure. Something's pressurized, like you're letting it.
What are you doing?
It scared me. He needs to get eaten, is what happens, because he got processed twice, so that's no bueno.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with the meat? Do you want to just?
You can't do anything with it because there's glass in there now.
Well, usually I give it to the chickens.
Oh, I mean, the chickens will eat it, but
We lost a few hours there. Unfortunately, quite a few of those didn't seal very well in the first batch of the pressure canners, and I was using a different brand of lids that I've had some issues with before. I don't know what inspired me to use it today, but we also just pulled out this batch and had a not good seal and a broken jar. Some of our jars are a few years old, so it does happen, but we are moving forward.
Yes, we are, and we are doing the canned enchilada meat, which I'm really excited for. The meat mixture is a 50-50 mix of the black bear and the grizzly bear, and then they both have a little bit of the pork fat added to them. The ground meat you do a little bit different than the cubed meat, so that was a raw pack. This is considered a hot pack, although it's just lukewarm right now, but what that means is we've pre-cooked the meat. It's not done, but it's like browned, and then we've drained the fat out. So this is not really gonna put off any liquid. That's why we're going to be adding our liquid, which is going to be the enchilada sauce. And we did do a few of them in quarts because some of those didn't seal. We decided to do a few in there. We added some chicken stock to the enchilada sauce to thin it out a little bit. It seemed to work a little better. Okay.
Are you doing meat and you want me to do it? Maybe we should swap. Is it?
It's in that ice chest. Yeah.
I tell you, that meat smells.
It smells just like beef. Like ground hamburger meat.
You know what you could do if you wanted a hair liquider? We should probably check how that first batch
Heat it
sealed.
up.
Because remember there was a lot of liquid in, because I know you're saying it won't let off that much liquid, but it does let off some, I think.
It does a little some, but
Are those lids still hot?
yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
Pretty cold compared to these.
I wondered if that was with our other one.
Okay, we're double deckering these. That one
Double
doesn't-
deck. That's what it's called. Oh yeah, that should be perfect.
There we
for him.
go. Now let's put the rest of the meat.
Maybe if you just let me hit that with the spatula too.
No, that's it. That's good. I was gonna hold it for you.
You don't mind?
No.
I'll be quick. This is really funny right now.
No, this is enough sauce for sure.
Yeah, I
This
totally
is
is.
great.
I guess this is the way you gotta do it.
This
That's
is
just
the way
how.
to do it. Sorry, it's
Heavy. It's heavy. Are you okay? I wonder what you're gonna pull. You're gonna pull it. That's it.
That's enchilada.
That's the mole. So it didn't create too much more liquid than where we put it.
Okay. There's another 16.
It smells really good.
Just need to pour it in there a little slower, I think. Chopstick. We're gonna have so much good food. Shoot, I don't know. Hold on.
32.
Plus 14 is 46. About 50, I'd say. So far, but we're gonna do another one. Another.
This is 51, we've lost one. We're rendering down some bear fat. This is primarily from the grizzly bear. We went to bed closer to 3 a.m. last night, so we got a late start today. And I don't know what it is. Somehow this time around, we are having to reprocess several of the jars, so that adds a lot more time. And Eric's gonna make us some breakfast, but here's the kicker. It is actually 3 p.m.
Breakfast of champions today. We've got chicken fried beaver backstrap steaks cooked in grizzly fat with eggs and some gravy. It's gonna be a good one. Make a roux.
What a good breakfast, you know.
And it's good. A good breakfast. You do know it's 4 o'clock, right?
Lunch breakfast.
Brunch, right? Nice
This is a
meat.
small amount of pork in there.
I can cut it in half with a fork.
Yeah, the meat's really good. I already knew it was gonna be delicious. I don't know, you still think it tastes like steak? Kinda does.
Oh, for sure. To me, this tastes, I can't tell this is fried, apart from a chicken fried steak. Tastes just like something you get from a diner, you know?
It doesn't get tough. It's really, it just doesn't get tough. Like even because we cook our meat like a lot, well cooked, and it's still not a tough meat. It's more of a moist meat somehow. Maybe living their lives underwater or something, you know?
Yeah. awesome couple days it has been making our food that's gonna last us quite a while. We ended up with about 100 pounds of meat in total from those 2 bears, and we have 20 quarts and 51 pints that we canned.
A lot of food.
We made a couple burgers here to celebrate, and we did a black bear burger, which is right here. We have a grizzly bear burger. We are gonna do a taste test comparison between the two.
So something about bear meat, if you haven't already heard this, is that it can carry a parasite. It's called trichinella, and that can cause trichinosis, which is no good. So you do have to cook bear meat thoroughly all the way, right?
So the canned meat that we jarred, that's obviously completely safe to eat. You know, I don't know what it gets to in that pressure canner, but it is way higher than it needs to be. And we always just cook our burger meat, or if we're doing it like it's sausage or anything like that, we cook it extra well done. But the thing about the bear meat is it's fatty and greasy, so it's not like a real dried out piece of meat. It's still got some juice to it.
Still super juicy, and we really like our meat to be kind of like, what's the word, crispy.
We like a little texture, and we like it kind of well done.
That's actually one of the reasons we can't give the carcass to our chickens. They would appreciate it, but it's also transmissible to them. That brings me to another point. Eric and I were really looking forward to harvesting our first black bear, and we definitely had intentions to keep the hide, you know, as well as the meat. Unfortunately, when we harvested these particular bears in this season, they're going through, I don't know if it's a shed or something, but they're losing that winter coat, and they do tend to be a little bit sparse, scraggly, and like thin in areas. So the hides weren't really in ideal condition, but also, in all honesty, when we processed them, the bears were a little bit tricky, especially the grizzly bear. The skin was really thick, and when we were processing, we were just like super focused on the meat and not paying as much attention to the hide. Super good practice for next time, but this time we just weren't able to do anything with those hides.
And speaking of the thick skin, we found something pretty interesting in the grizzly bear, which I don't know if we've ever found. We found the bullet that we shot it with, which we thought was pretty insane because we shot it with such a high-powered rifle from so close, but their skin apparently is so like thick and tough, I guess. We found parts of the bullet. So there's a little bit of the lead. There's 2 parts of the jacket. It did what it's supposed to do, which is cause a lot of damage. And we shot this bear through no bone. It went through the lungs.
Like the armpit, heart.
Yeah, the lungs,
right here,
in between the ribs. It went through the heart, and then maybe, did it go out the other lung?
It was just like right out there, yeah.
So kind of strange, but pretty cool. We got this.
We also have the claws.
So we got a grizzly bear, which was a smaller grizzly bear, and then a good sized black bear right here. And these are both from their front paws. We have already tried a little bit of the grizzly because we had one of the quarts of the cubed meat. It didn't seal, so I tried some. To me, it tasted exactly like a real fatty pork roast that someone slow cooked. So juicy, tender, and fatty.
Absolutely. Super fatty, and definitely like a brisket, you know what I mean? Like just
really, really flavorful and rich and just good meat.
We have had black bear before. In our opinion, it tastes a lot like cow. Just
Yep, like beef. Okay, so the way we're gonna do this is I'm gonna cut these in half, and we'll each get a half of each burger.
Who's grizzly? The bigger patty?
This is,
Black bear, small patty.
yeah.
But I don't really remember.
Okay, this is the grizzly right here.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay.
And then this is the black
Ooh,
bear.
I'm excited.
We did these pretty simple, at least cooking the meat. We did salt and pepper, and then on the buns, which are some awesome homemade buns. They're gonna be good. We have mayonnaise, mustard, and lettuce.
And cheese. The cheeseburger.
Oh, and cheese. What are you going for, grizzly?
Grizzly.
So let's try grizzly. Cheers.
I mean, it smells just like if you roll up to a diner.
Burger joint.
A burger joint.
My
Thank you.
mouth's watering.
Remarkably smells just like cow. I'm honestly getting not like cheap beef, but when you go get like the chuck and it has like a lot of fat, I feel like if you were, maybe not blindfold people, I don't know why I say that, but if you were to pass this off as a burger, I don't think 100 out of 100 people could tell you otherwise or would suspect that it was not beef. It legit, that tastes identical.
It's amazing. To me, it's tasted like any black bear burger we've ever had, and every time we have bear burgers, I'm always commenting being like, these are like the best burgers I've ever had. There's just something different about the meat, and I think it's just like...
They seem like juicy.
Yeah,
juicy.
It's greasy. When you're cooking the meat, I always try to do it like outside on the deck or something like that because it's a little like splattery and a little messy, but man, that's good. That was one bite out of that thing.
I'm interested if the other one's as good as this one. And it's amazing. You actually made a really thick burger and it's still like cooked all the way, but it's juicy.
It's that meat is so flavorful.
I totally agree. And we have heard and read that it kind of depends on where the bears live and what they're feeding on, you know, the time of the year, right? Also, it depends on how the bear is prepared, of course, when it's processed. But we've heard black bears, if they're eating, or even grizzlies eating a lot of fish, that's not an Alaskan favorite.
Yeah, especially the brown bears is what they call them. Those are the ones that live on the coast, and part of their diet is salmon. We're in the interior. Salmon, some salmon do come to certain areas, but we're not. These bears are not going to have access to fish.
This gentleman was actually eating a lot of greens. Eric and I noticed that there was a lot of like foraging happening.
Okay, I'm gonna cleanse my palate with some water.
I'm sincerely appreciating it.
This is some of the bear grease or the fat. This one we had in the freezer for a little bit to kind of harden up, see what kind of color it was gonna be, but it's still kind of thin. We'll have to wait a little while until they come down in temp. Those are pretty cool. I'm looking forward to those.
It honestly reminded me a lot of lard, but a hair more of like a lower melting point. It seemed to hair like greasier, you know, it would melt really quick.
It would melt really fast.
And when we came in, when it was rendering, it smelled like a carnival. Someone was cooking donuts or something.
It was weird, yeah. It smelled like fat with something sweet cooking in them. That's gonna be good.
You ready?
Black bear, let's give it a go.
Thank you, Anne, for the beautiful burger. He's a mini bear. I already have thoughts, sorry. I'm gonna just turn it off with her. Do you care if I get another good bite to like really?
The grizzly bear is juicier. This one's amazing, but it's just not, it's the same flavor. Just the grizzly bear was a little juicier, like it had more fat in it.
Yes, agreed. They're both absolutely amazing. I would say 10 out of 10. I couldn't pick a favorite. I will say though, there's something, Eric and I don't really eat grocery store meat at all, and for some reason when he was cooking up the grizzly bear, it was very nostalgic for me because we have grown up eating, you know, pork, chicken, and beef. That is all we're very familiar with. Didn't really get into hunting until later in the adulthood part of our life, right?
The adulthood.
I was gonna say, so after he finished cooking the meat in sections, he put it in an ice chest and I came over and I opened it up and I was like hit with this waft and it just like completely reminded me of a meal that my babysitter used to make, like homemade tacos and the beef.
Yeah.
Like the really fatty, because when I smelled that other burger.
You're talking about the enchilada meat when I cooked it all?
Yeah, I'm saying,
Yeah.
so the grizzly bear, when I smelt it,
Yeah.
it smelled like grocery, like beef, like
Yeah.
real fatty. This smells a little cleaner or something.
I think the main difference between them is this is a lot firmer and leaner and cleaner, and then which is great for certain things. It's great on burgers, and then the grizzly is a little richer, a little fattier and juicier.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
sincerely, I like the grizzly just as much. Maybe the fat's not as, you know, healthy, I guess. It's a pretty fatty animal.
Yeah, I couldn't pick between the two. They're both amazing. It's greasier than moose, or oilier than moose, than caribou, than your traditional beef, but it's not as greasy and fatty as the grizzly bear. Well, thanks everyone for tuning along. It has been an awesome season. We're super grateful, lucky to be able to get these bears. Also been awesome canning and processing this food inside the shop. This is the first summer having this thing completed. It's amazing. Our canned food, it goes out here, so it doesn't have to go far.
We're gonna get cleaned up for the night.
We'll see you on the next one. Man, that was good.
So normally, I like reach for the fish, but I'm gonna be reaching for the meat now. Grizzly is off the chain. People don't know.
No. We have so much meat right here, so much good food that we can just eat. You know what I mean? You have to clear some space over there.
I just got the end of the burger where it's like
The crispy? That's my favorite.
Oh, it's so good.